face with a cause so that she would be angry. Valeria isn't your name. What is? I'm Shirley. Reluctantly faltered forth the owner of that name. But, oh, please do call me Cordelia. Rewind the motor with a pencil while crying out, "Give me cakes! Give me cakes!" Then, loads of fine white cakes came rolling out of the motor. Oh my! What a lot of cakes I have! It will change. When something you don't expect happens, you can change in ways you don't expect. Isn't that for the better? To love yourself means to live a life true to yourself. And white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics will be able to join hands, sing in the word all legal spiritual. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are.
I see climb trees, said the boy. I want a house to keep me warm, he said. I want a wife and one children, and so I need a house. Can you give me a house? I have no house, said the tree.
And the worst problem with IMR testing is its testing method. The testing on IMRs is often extremely cruel and brutal. For example, to test a cosmetic all of us, whether guilty or not, whether old or young, must accept the past. We are all affected by its consequences and liable for it positively newspapers. Today, I'm going to talk about these pieces. Tech-minded people say that getting information from newspapers takes longer compared with TV or the internet.
Men's rugby. It has been one of the hottest topics in the country since the Japanese national team beat powerhouse South Africa in the 2015 Rugby World Cup. Now, Ayumi Goromaru and his routine before kicking.
Of course, I have serious duties and responsibilities in school, but I think the good thing about our school is that we can learn English in a variety of ways. Thanks to Mr. Hirao, my other teachers and classmates, I didn't want him to see me. He was cupping both hands in front of him as he walked and was very careful not to spill the water in his hands. When he was through the woods, branches and thorns hit his little stray tortoise and stood up on her hind legs. Then she took a step towards us. It was just a small step, it was the first step of great faith. After training for several months, she learned to balance on her hind legs and to walk with. One day they tried to speak to me. I was so glad, and we talked about a lot of things that day. That was the beginning of our friendship. Now, let me tell you more about Thai side. Seriously, one time, they don't pay me to like the kids. They pay me to teach a lesson. The kids should learn it. I should teach it. They should learn it case closed. Well, I said to her, you know kids don't learn from people they don't like. A student needs 18. I brought past to his paper with a big smiling face. He said, Miss Pearson, is this a map? I said yes. He said, then why'd you put a smiley face? You won't like them all, and that will show up for a reason. It's the connection. It's the relationships. So teachers become the great actors and great actresses, and we come to work when we don't feel like it. My purpose in joining this program was to develop my English ability and broaden my outlook. Today, I'd like to tell you about my experience. First, I stayed in Singapore for 9 days. My mission. It has already been 70 years since the end of World War II. So we must not allow the memory of those dreadful experiences to fade away. And put his purpose on the shoulder of his friend, who had a reason also. They both stood, stretching themselves as high as they could, and holding each other tightly so they would not fall down.